What is going on, everybody?
People.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode number 58 of the It's Friendly Podcast.
Two away from that extravaganza simulcast episode,
Yes,
brother.
sir.
I
But
know, Jake. I know, we scheduled a date for October 23rd. We didn't meet that date, unfortunately. So we'll figure something. I'll talk to you and figure something out there. But we're at 58, man. We did 58 of these. Holy crap!
even
We're
though,
almost at we're almost at 60. We're almost at 60, man. We're almost in
before
that
we get to
milestone.
our topics of conversation for this week, if you guys need, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.
And also, one of the topics I want to talk. I want to say something. One of the topics I said something to Rob. He goes, "Wait, did you?" I'm like, he's like, I watched a video on that earlier. I'm like, wait, was it? It was like, I think it was like kicking it with Ross video or something.
Yeah, it was Ross's video on the problems with
And,
AW.
and I'm like, wait, was it Ross's video? I'm like, and I was like, wait, I was watching a video on it too. I'm like, wait, was it Ross's video? He goes, yeah. I go, what where are the odds of that happening? And yeah, yes sir, Eagles won yesterday, but yesterday. I'm thinking it's Thursday. Holy shit. Because
Sunday.
before we usually did shows on Thursday, but we moved it. I'm still trying to get acclimated, even though we're like a few episodes into the Monday time slot. But before we get into the topics, what did you have to say, my bud?
It really encouraged. I mean, since we want to go on the topics of problems with AW, for those of, for me, I haven't been watching it as consistently as I once was.
That's the thing with me too. It's like every Wednesday I'm like in 2019 to like 2021. I'm like super into AEW. I'm like, I love this shit. Like I want to watch AEW week in, week out. But now it's like there's just a multitude of issues that I'm noticing watching these shows.
And ever since then, I've been watching a lot of WWE products because I could sit through.
We could sit, dude. The last I think month or so, we could sit through a Raw without getting bored. Like
there was a dud SmackDown that actually, even when SmackDown sometimes has a dud, at least it's not super terrible that it doesn't appease. Whereas
AEW's does. It's like it looks like they don't have a direction for anything. It's very directionless. And
a perfect example, and Tyler could attest to me too. There was one time I almost fell asleep through an AEW stream. It was just so boring.
It was a dynamite. I'm bored out of my mind. You're bored out of your mind. You're dozing off. I'm trying my best not to doze off. I was bored. Watching AEW. That never happened.
It's
like it was so boring. It was so boring, that episode. And yeah, if you're an AEW head, yeah, here's the thing. We're not dissing the company. We love AEW, we love WWE, we love all wrestling, but we have criticisms here. And I was thinking about it watching the Ross video that we both were somehow watching at the same time without even realizing it. The thing, I was watching that video and one of the things was like firing Punk was a mistake. In a way, I agree, and in a way I don't agree. You can feel, because he had that, but here's the thing, that even though he was a dickhead and he should be fired from the company for being a dickhead, he was still a draw. He was still bringing in revenue, bringing in ratings, bringing in all this other stuff. Honestly, they should have done what they did with Santana and Ortiz, made a real life beef into a storyline.
Like,
make a Brett and Sean scenario. You had Brett and Sean going at it backstage. Did they fire him? No, they put that shit. But let me finish. They put this reminds me of remember back in the 90s? Yes, I wasn't alive when this happened. Remember back in the 90s when Brett and Sean were going at it in real life?
Oh yeah,
what did WWE do? Did they fire Brett? Did they fire Sean? No, they made that into. They capitalized on it and they made it into a damn storyline. They could have done it with this.
And the way that I look at it, because if you look back at it now, like, Sean and Brett, they squashed the beef and they're best friends ever since. And I think another thing too, what you meant about another here, I think no one really talks about this, about being a whole Cody leaving really really hit that company hard. And at the same time, then again, at the same time, and it just for me,
we thought, and that probably. I was gonna, like, early on. I was like one of those AEW lifers that were like, put my rose-colored glasses on when he left. I'm like, he overstayed his welcome there because fans weren't liking him, and they just weren't. But really, the fans weren't liking him because they wanted him heel, and Tony Khan and Cody kept saying no.
Because I don't think Cody would work as
he would have worked as a heel. He had that. The thing is, he had that. Have you seen that show, The Boys?
Yes.
He basically was dressing as Homelander, and Homelander is an asshole in that show. That would have worked.
Exactly. I mean,
that would have worked. That would have definitely worked. Make him like a Homelander type, where he's just an asshole who thinks he's doing good, but he really isn't. He's harming everybody.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Just like Homelander in that show.
Even though here's the ironic part before we go further. If you look at Cody now, not because of the blonde hair, but if you look at his rinker, you can't tell me he draws a lot of inspiration from fucking Homelander.
He basically dresses like him. Basically isn't. But that's the thing. But that's the thing, though. They could have worked, and they could have paid him money. But they could have paid him. And also another thing too, from that video, from Ross's video, shout out to Kicking It or Ross for this one. They let Jade Cargill, their biggest star, walk.
At the same time, because we thought, maybe for her, because we got to look at this from both sides.
From her perspective, I see why she's
screens more sports entertainment. She's kind of more.
Yeah, she's more of a sports entertainer than she. Yeah, hold on. Let me chime in, bro. But that's the thing. Like, she is more of a sports entertainer. She's an entertainer first, not a wrestler first, and that works for WWE. That does not work for AEW. But the thing is, another thing too. Speaking of AEW, their biggest gripe. Oh, we're gonna be wrestling first in entertainment, and we're not gonna do what WWE does. Oh, let's look at the different shit they did. The whole Acclaimed thing. That's entertainment. That's not wrestling.
Jericho. Pretty much like he's a sports entertainer. They're pretty much trending in WWE sports entertainment.
No, the whole sports entertainer thing with JAS, that was more so a dig at WWE. That's another problem too. They keep digging at WWE, but I'll get to that. The MJF and goddamn Chris Jericho musical number that was random as hell and it was stupid.
Even though I had a good laugh at it because it was so stupid. So
it was, but that was the thing. We were laughing at it not because it was funny, because it was so dumb.
2021.
That was that was 2020 when they were still doing the pandemic thing. They were in the pandemic still. Right. But it was so hokey and stupid. I'm like, yo, this is stupid. Like the whole best friend with Chris Jericho thing and the musical number where they're basically duetting the entire fucking time. It was stupid. It was really stupid. And I'm like, yeah, y'all are really wrestling. Y'all are wrestling first. Yeah, right. Y'all are doing what WWE would have done. Random comedy skits and musical numbers.
But it seems like and like you said, a perfect example of that, it just seems like WWE, and obviously we talked this before, they have in the right hands that actually are doing things right.
And another segment that I absolutely crapped on a stream. Remember that tag team match?
Oh yeah, the dance off.
MJF and Daniel Garcia, and you had a freaking dance off, and it started like, oh my god.
Honestly, and this is why a lot of
dance off to begin the match. A dance off.
And there was always this one question: is really AEW gonna like?
It was like, yo, AEW. Honestly, AEW to me has gotten stupid.
It really has, and at some point, it's gonna die.
It's gonna die. It's definitely gonna die at this point. It's gonna die because the last time they peaked was in February.
And ever since
When they
then,
got that very fluky at this point, million viewers.
even though realistically, for me, when I say they had a million viewers, for me, I never really touched on it, but I will say this too. That sounded a little bit inflated.
And you want to know why they got the million viewers? Was because it was a curiosity thing, and it was the first time AEW had the sole possession of Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
How were they going to do alone with no competition?
And I think there's a lot of like I said, shout out to Ross because he actually there was another video about that talk about the 99 reasons, but I think another one that really no one talks about. They should never move from TNT. I'm sorry, the way that because when you looked at AEW,
honestly, I don't think the whole move from TNT to TBS really affected things, because if you look at the cable guide, TBS is directly next to TNT. Like, it was directly next to it. Like, yeah, it didn't really hurt them a bit that they moved from TNT to TBS, because hell, even Rampage still on TNT can't get ratings.
Honestly,
Collision on TNT can't get ratings, and that's a better time slot than Rampage does.
And Rampage, because I think that's another point of interest is the fact that AEW's got way too many shows. They got way too many goddamn title belts, for crying out loud.
They got 19 titles, a whopping 19 titles.
And Ring of Honor hasn't been in one it once was.
The trios titles, man. I mean, whatever. I mean, they're okay. Yeah, the Acclaim has it, but they're a bunch of goofballs that make sexual innuendos every freaking week.
And then you got, and I like
the whole 69 me or the whole the 69 thing or the scissor thing. It's stupid.
That joke's kind of run dry
at this point. It's ran its course. Like, it's like when you tell the same dirty joke to the same people every
and
single time.
And they're not going to find it funny.
It's going to become not funny.
Trust me.
And it's not just dirty jokes. It's like the same joke over and over and over. It's not going to be funny anymore.
And we're not saying the Acclaim are not a bad tag team, because they can.
I love the Acclaim. But dude, when they say everybody loves the Acclaim, they're not lying. I still like the Acclaim. I still love them. They're a great team.
Like, even on the show, like, I even actually called them jobbers at one point. Tyler could attest to that. I actually think that gimmick was a jobber gimmick.
Honestly, I didn't think that gimmick was a jobber gimmick. They had potential, but they were jobbers to start out. But that's usually how things start out with everybody. They're jobbers to start out, and then they become stars. Look at Sky Blue. She was a jobber. Now they're doing something with her now. They're doing.
You're drooling over there, man.
Shut up. Okay,
I don't know how.
It was like very randomly. Here's the thing, though. I just very randomly started having a crush on her when I thought she was going to the dark side. For me, with the villains, man, I don't get it. Alexa, she was a bad guy or a villain, and crushed on her. Friggin' who else?
For me, it's Rhea. Easy. She clears everybody. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Well, I think
I don't really care for Rhea that much in that regard. I think she's a good wrestler. I think she's a great person all outside of TV. I don't really crush on her, though. I don't. She's the exception in my eyes. She's the exception. Gigi Dolan. I'm about to steal her from you.
Yeah.
Watch it. I'm about to steal her from you.
Also, I want to say this too. Seth Rollins, stay in your lane, buddy.
Dude, Seth, bro, you're married. You're a married man. Stop.
Oh boy, that's.
But it was more so of like him, like sarcastically, like, yeah, you're a hot shit, whatever. I don't care. Like that was his way of saying it. Yeah, you think you're hot shit, whatever. I don't, whatever.
But yeah, like I said, wrestling this year, yes, we've been spoiled, but a lot of times we've seen bits of the downside.
Yeah, but the thing is, AEW has so many downs, so many at this point.
It's bad enough that I would rather watch. I'll say this too, like AEW. Like I haven't been watching AEW, but I've been.
No, I'd rather watch. Dude, it's so bad. I'd rather watch wet paint dry on the wall than AEW.
Impact Wrestling. At least they actually know how to put up some
Impact
decent matches.
has got to put on the come up, and now they're bringing back TNA, which I'm excited about.
Oh, that's gonna really
TNA Wrestling's back, man. I'm happy. They should have never rebranded to Impact Wrestling. Impact is a TV show name, not a wrestling.
Which we'll talk about because there's some interest. It has some ideas. Because for me, WWE has gotten better. It just and yes, I know it took time for them to get better, but you can see in each of their week SmackDown.
It took the asshole to get
pretty much.
It took him to be booted out again.
No,
but there's still some things to work on. Right?
Which I do think they're going to do.
Like the booking of Roman Reigns. Stop making it predictable.
And you really, and I say, oh, we hate him. It's like, look, I mean, look, that's kind of what he wants.
I love Roman. Dude, I like Roman Reigns. I like the tribal chief thing, but he's not the tribal chief anymore. He's more of a guy who just lets his lackeys win matches for him at this point. And it sucks because we wanted him to be that chief, that head dog who wins matches and he's strong and the whole team is strong. No.
It's the
team is strong, he's weak. I don't like that. Make him stronger. Make him win the matches on his own.
Because that makes that Trouble Chief gimmick look stupid now.
He doesn't even, he's not even the chief. The rest of the team's the chief. And it sucks because we wanted him to be the tribal chief, him to be the leader, him to be the strongest link in that group. He's not.
Because
he's the weakest one.
You got to take it from me, Tyler, and most of us wrestling fans. Shit, we had to sit through the suffering succotash era of Roman Reigns. You know how
dude, he dropped that suffering, dude. It was the weakest thing. He dropped that suffering succotash line, looks at the camera, and winks to break the fourth wall. Like, oh, I did something, guys. I did something. You see that, fans?
You didn't cringe. It's like, first of all,
you didn't do shit, Roman.
Notice someone like that.
He looked at the camera,
winked. To break the fourth wall
he literally looked at the camera, winked, like he was telling the fans, "Oh, I did something there, did I?" I'm looking at the TV. I'm like, no,
you didn't.
You didn't do that, there, Roman. Suffering succotash. What are you? Goddamn Sylvester the cat, dude? You didn't do anything.
I don't know if we even touched upon this, but I think we saw with the problems with what Roman Reigns had back in those days. He's more built as a heel. He was just the way how he comes off.
Like he can be a good babyface if he was just given no freaking script.
Exactly, but
they heavily scripted the face run. Now they didn't. Now you can tell with the promos he's been cutting. Like, they do not heavily script him.
No, because
if he wasn't heavily scripted, if he was heavily scripted, the missionary line wouldn't have been dropped. Remember that for SmackDown when he dropped the missionary line.
I forgot about that line.
I'm like, that was a least PG thing. They didn't write that. You can't tell me they wrote that down. They did not write that shit. Roman just said it. I think, but that's the thing. Like he's not heavily scripted like he was.
Because
that's my thing, and I'm happy about that. I'm like, okay, bullet points, get to it. You're done. All right, cool.
Bada bing, bada boom. It's that simple. Like keep it short, straight to the point. And that's the thing too with Roman. And now I know his promos
and also too, what I like about the shows, kept it flowing.
Like you can sit there.
Flowing. They're flowing. Like they're not. It's not like when you're watching Raw like before, man.
It's not like about to change the fucking channel.
It's like an hour in it, and the show just slows down. And it's like, when is this shit over? Like, when is it over? I'm not digging it. Like, but like if a show's good, it flows.
And Raw has been doing that the last handful of weeks.
Raw's been flowing. Raw's been flowing like
the problem that you have Vince and Ari Emanuel pulling the Uno reverse card on Vince and let Triple H take over creative. And
also, have you noticed too, Rob? There has been a lot of rewrites leading up to Raw.
Boy, and do you know how many times?
No scripts being ripped up in the last minute. They're just going with it. They're going with what they're doing.
Here's another thing. Before we go back to AEW, I think WWE actually fixed NXT because I feel NXT's been more watchable as it because
honestly, I want to talk about a specific match. Can we please keep going with this Ilya Dragunov and Carmelo Hayes shit? I know they're trying to transition to a feud between Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes. I see the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
Via the facial expressions at the last episode that was basically a cliffhanger, but you know what's gonna happen. He knows. Trick Williams knows that Carmelo pulled a Triple H on, so to speak.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, now
Pulled a
looking back.
Triple H on him, and he attacked him.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah,
it was there.
0-2.
Yeah.
It was you, Hunter. You know, like 0-2 when he attacked him at the parking lot.
I've seen, not just because. No, yes, it's. I know a lot because for me in myself, I have heavily criticized NXT because I thought that was going to be a quote unquote dead brand.
We both criticized it. I criticized them for the hokey as hell, cringy
because I want this brand to succeed. Because look at the roster that they have down there. That's a bright future of the company.
Yeah, exactly. And here's the thing, Rob. To me, I look at like 1993 WWE, and I looked at NXT.
Don't remind
me. It was pretty much the same. It was pretty much early to mid 90s WWE. It was so hokey. So hokey.
And another thing too, like you said, to piggyback off of that, is the fact that before like this merger with Endeavor, like NXT couldn't even crack over almost 700,000 viewers unless you had.
No, they couldn't even. Dude, they hit 600,000 one time, and they couldn't barely even hit that. That was how bad it was.
Now they're consistently hitting between the 850 to the 880 mark in terms of viewership.
850, 80. They're growing. They're growing.
Because and sorry, you hit it right on the head. There's no fucking cheesy bullshit that they were pulling back in.
There's no cheesy bullshit. There's none of that.
At the same time, and yes, to those who actually watch NXT over the years, yes, I know Black and Gold's a different era, and I know it still has a little bit of the quote unquote stench. And I know NXT wrestling has to evolve over time, and that includes brands as well.
I feel like you saw it too. Like by 2019, 2020, it was like NXT was just becoming another indie show.
Yeah,
it was it wasn't really like building up the future. It was more getting established stars on that show, and half of the stars didn't want to leave NXT because they knew they were going to get screwed in the main roster.
And now we don't really have to write. And now look at this current iteration of NXT under new management, and Sean actually finally getting some help down there.
Now you got stars like Braun. You got stars like Braun. But yeah, you have stars like Braun Breaker, Tiffany Stratton, Cora Jade is a star.
How about the Creed brothers for crying out loud? Actually, playing
the Creed brothers who had a tryout match this Monday. They said, "Fuck it, keep them up here." They're Monday Night Raw talent now,
and they should put on a banger match at Halloween Havoc too.
They had a banger match at Halloween Havoc. Yeah, exactly.
This is why a lot of times you can't sleep on this like any tag teams that like the Creed brothers because they can put up some phenomenal matches. I
love the Creed brothers back in NXT. I loved them, and I also love their manager. I think she's awesome. I think their manager / wrestler is awesome too.
Ivy Nile, she can actually go
Ivy Nile, she's awesome.
And I also got to give.
I still don't appreciate what she did to my homie Tozawa on Monday, but I still like her.
Yeah, that's but going back to AEW though, because like I said, we can go back and forth, with NXT and whatnot. But with another problem that I see with AEW is the fact that with the Young Bucks and Omega being the EVPs, like they don't know how to book shit. Let's be completely honest. But here's the
thing: they're not booking anything. That's the problem. They don't have a writing team. They're letting these wrestlers go. Make your own stories, make your own gimmicks, make your own. The only person that's benefited from the make your own gimmick thing is Tony Storm.
Yeah,
that's the only one that really benefited from it. And also, I don't. Yeah, the watch for the shoe, lady. Yeah. But that's the thing. But then you have stop-start pushes too. They stop-start pushes with Powerhouse Hobbs. They stop-start pushes with Wardlow. And killing any momentum that they had.
Even that video that Ross did. Also, for those who have not going to check out, please go check out that reaction from KK Ross because that person who made that video,
whoever made that video that Ross reacted to is completely right.
Because you see Wardlow get mismanaged, Hobbs who. On paper.
Also, I feel like the Abaddon booking from last week was just an excuse to use her.
She's a lost cause at this point,
dude. They only used her because it's Halloween, so we have an excuse to use her, huh?
When I look back at Abaddon, say like she actually knows how to kill it on the indie scene.
I'm like, oh my fucking gosh, she's a great talent. Yeah, she freaks me the fuck out with her character, but that's the way it's supposed to go.
Honestly, like I said, just cut your just
I'm like,
and I
Abaddon, please leave. Abaddon, please leave from the business, or not from the business, from AEW. Go back
because
to the indie scene. What's up,
why do
NFL boy? What up,
why do you think
man?
Joey Janela is having so much more success on the indie scene? Because
Dude,
they fucked
that's
him
another
over.
guy who got screwed. He got used one time. I think it was on the very first
Honestly,
episode, or he was used in a dark. It wasn't AEW dark. It was something. He was used in a lights out match
I think it was Moxley, if I remember correctly.
against Mox one
I
time,
think
and then he was
two
not
of
even
them,
used.
both with
He
Mox.
was.
One of the
It was Mox. It was Mox because he was a hardcore wrestler, and it worked for Mox. Um, but yeah, he was in a lights out match one time, and then he was stuck on dark for the entire. I'm like, dude, use Joey, use him.
because as someone who actually follows some of the New Jersey talent, kind of really pissed me off. The fact they were
That pissed me off too. I'm like, dude, I'm like, he's a great talent, and then they're misusing his ex, Penelope, misusing her new husband. Her husband, they're misusing him now.
I mean, shit. You could ask.
I'm like,
You could ask us. Trust me. Trust me. If me try to make a list of mismanaged stars in this or wrestlers in that comedy, it's going to be a long ass list. Because trust me, you guys do not want to go.
There's like a plethora of talent AEW is not using, and they should. They're not using Penelope. They're not using what's his name again? Shit, Kip Sabian.
Even though screw you after getting lowballed twice.
Screw Kip Sabian and screw Penelope and also hold on, screw Penelope for not opening her freaking mouth to call him out on the shit, even though you're a Philly fan. Screw you for that. Screw Christian.
Even though
we were still hurting, dude. Christian hurt worse because we were a day after of losing NLCS, and he mentions it. Fuck you, Christian Cage.
In our minds, you bastard. But then again, see, this is what a lot of don't sleep on Christian's heel work because boy, he is tremendous as a heel.
Bro can go, dude. He even comes after dead fathers.
Oh yeah, that's
come on.
Oh,
great heel work. Great heel work. Come on.
I see none of. I know really people say, "Oh, this is gonna be next WCW," but a lot of people don't understand. Like, there's a bit some ECW elements in there because remember they rely on too much fucking hardcore wrestling.
That's another gripe that I have.
It's a combo of ECW and WCW all in one.
It's a combo. But here's the thing: they overuse the hell out of hardcore matches. They overuse it. No one wants to see that much blood every fucking week. And why is it every single week Mox has to bleed?
It's like never like, and obviously,
if I wanted that much blood, I would watch an hour-long horror movie, not wrestling,
or at least an actual indie show.
Hell, when WWE was edgier back in the day, did they have that much blood?
No.
They barely even had They had like maybe one or two hardcore matches on occasion.
I think. Was it Maven? Yeah, Maven did talk about that before, which shout out to him, boy, the knowledge with him is fun. Him as Steven Richards.
Also, huge shout out to him too because he released a video of like how he like went to prison in 2012.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Dude.
How he came back from that. Yo, big respect to you, dude.
And
respect to you, man.
And he did talk about the fact that it talked about Blade. I think there was a different term for Blade, but saying, the only time they'll do is when a spot calls for it, or depending if it's on.
When a spot calls for something, they do it. But here's the thing. Now, if a feud calls for a blood and guts match, I'm fine with that. Cool, go crazy in that match. I don't care if it calls for it.
There should be.
But not every match needs a barbed wire bat or barbed wire board or barbed wire or a steel chair or any weapon in general. Exactly. Nothing. Not every feud needs a hardcore match. And here's the thing. I know Mox specializes in hardcore wrestling. I know he specializes it because he did a stint in CZW, did a stint in GCW. He's a hardcore type of guy.
And he
but
did it in New Japan for a little
you
bit
know, you
too.
never seen a guy like Mick Foley every single time do a
No,
hardcore match.
because Mick Foley opens up his plate. Because for me, I'll say this too with Mick Foley. Because for someone who's watched Mick Foley,
at WrestleMania 20, he did a standard tag match. No weapons were pulled out.
No, exactly, and that's why Mick Foley is beloved by a lot of people because he's very versatile of what he can do, and also very underrated on the fucking microphone that nobody gives.
And here's the thing: look at John Moxley WWE work. He's very versatile too. He can wrestle. He can wrestle ordinary matches.
Exactly.
And yeah, is it the fault of Mox too? Because he always calls for a hardcore match. Yes, most of it's his fault. Yeah. Most of it is his fault because like every single time he wants to wrap his arm in barbed wire or, you know, bring out a freaking nail bed or whatever. Which I hate that spot, by the way.
Don't know how that got approved.
Dude, I don't even know how it got approved. It was on TV too. It was on TBS when they did that shit. I'm like, how the hell did TBS approve that shit?
Yeah, it was a blood and guts match, I think it was.
But here's the thing. I feel like TBS is a bunch of hypocrites because Pizza Cutter ain't okay. But
yeah,
but
I'm sorry. That still makes me laugh.
Here's the thing. I don't know why Domino's got pissed off at that.
Like, come on,
that was the best product placement ever. Okay, I would have laughed. If I was the CEO of Domino's, I would have laughed.
I was laughing already. It's like, damn, like you can't time that any better than you have to. That's some coincidental timing.
But here's the thing. But the whole thing with the hardcore matches, I don't like. I like hardcore matches. I love a little bit of blood and wrestling. I've always called for every time WWE does a Hell in a Cell match, I'm like, I hope there's blood, and I know they're not going to do it because they're PG now. But I hope blood because it calls for it. Give me ruthlessness in a Hell in a Cell match.
Perfect example. Edge and Finn Balor, which unfortunately Finn Balor got split open like a coconut.
Or no, here's another perfect example. When they could get color back in Triple H and Batista at I think it was Vengeance 05. Vengeance 05. It was Triple H and Batista Hell in a Cell match for the world title. Both guys were bleeding by the end of it. That's where you call for blood. And that's the thing. If it's a blood feud, do blood. If it's not, don't do blood.
Yeah, but for me, I know Tyler, you and I could agree. I don't see eye to eye on this. I even said that Tony Khan has not been a really good. And see, that's another.
Here's the thing. We don't see eye to eye on this. Here's the thing. I've grown to actually see eye to eye on this.
I was going to say he's a new owner. That's where I was going to go.
Oh,
that's the one. That was the one stance that you and I don't. Well,
no, I'm starting to agree with. And here's the thing: as an owner of a wrestling company, I agree with that wholeheartedly. Because if I owned a wrestling company, I'm hiring writers,
and also
I'm not letting wrestlers wander aimlessly and make their own storylines and make their own and the show be a mess.
And have a couple of production meetings, make sure nothing goes fucking absolute shit.
Are you doing?
Like I said,
I'm sorry. Same.
But,
$6 Xbox gift card.
Said 60.
Yeah.
But like we said, we're not gonna go too much in detail. Like I said, go check out that video from Ross. Like that pretty much video explains what we're talking about and more in detail.
But that's the thing. But that's the thing, though. It's like I'm starting to agree with the whole owner thing because it's like
Tony Khan. It's just as people.
And also, why the hell is an owner and as a boss of these wrestlers are you just constantly buddy best friends with your freaking employees? Why? There's no need for that. If they cause issues, if they are pissing you off, you call them out on their bullshit. And they're not doing it.
And reprimand them.
He's not doing it.
I think look,
he's over here at press conferences hugging his talent like they're best friends. Come on.
Triple H not so much because you see
as far as Triple H goes, he gives you the cordial handshake. Professional handshake.
and
Sometimes it's sometimes a handshake, a smile, a point, and you're on social media.
like that's when you get one because when I've seen some professional wrestlers under Triple H's creativity when he gets on his bad side, and well, let's just say that doesn't go well.
If they piss him off, you're fired, dude. Freaking Riddle pissed him off with the cocaine thing. He immediately gets fired.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully fucking so for
it's
that.
It's not just the cocaine stuff and his public intoxication at an airport. Really what did it.
Public intoxication at an airport, and he did cocaine, and he got fired for it. And that's what happens. Like you're letting these wrestlers wander around aimlessly, and no rules, no structure in your company. You barely have any structure in your company. What's up, Lady Sky? Long time no see, my friend.
Another great point that I from that video took. No one's attending AEW events anymore. You see even Dynamite. It's like that. It's becoming less and less. And if you notice too, not just the crowd attendance coming less and less. Crowd noise dying down. Exactly.
You see it. You hear it.
You can't tell me that
when it was 2019 before the pandemic happened. I'm not even count the pandemic because nobody was really there. 2019. That crowd was hot. That crowd was booming.
And they actually had an actually solid structure going for them.
You had the only thing that wasn't solid, and for some reason still isn't solid, is the women's division.
Yeah.
That's also an issue. You have a women's division, you're booking the same 5 women.
Well, then again, that kind of
oh my god. The only star that you're really creating in that division is Sky Blue. That's it. And Toni Storm, because she made a new gimmick.
Also, here's another thing that really rubs me the wrong way. If you're gonna have someone like Athena who's been killing in Ring of Honor, have them fucking help this women's division for Christ's sake.
That's another thing that was mentioned in that video we watched. Where the hell has Athena been? She's only been she's Ring of Honor champion. Have her defend a belt on Dynamite. You have freaking Samoa Joe showing up as Ring of Honor champion. He's showing up.
At least Samoa
giving title shots to AEW talent and AEW programming. You're not doing the same thing for Athena? Come on.
I really hate to pain for me. And I've seen there's the biggest argument. And look, WWE, yes, I know they're starting to get slightly better with the women's division, but no one really cares for women's wrestling at this point in time because the women's wrestling is never a draw. It sucks because
the reason why women's wrestling is never really a draw is because sexism. That's why.
I mean, and then you got some that just can't wrestle worth the fucking damn, but that's a whole.
Freaking. Who are we thinking of?
Dana Brooke. We're looking at you.
Dana Brooke. She needs to stay far away, and go to a wrestling school, and then come back. She can't wrestle worth a damn. She can't cut a promo worth a damn.
And look, I know WWE's women's division isn't perfect, and yes, I know,
dude. But they're not perfect because they're not booking a lot of talent right on the main roster. Like Indy Hartwell is not being booked right. Candice LeRae's damn sure isn't being booked right. But that was more so because Candice LeRae, she has a character that isn't working for her.
It's not connecting with. And you could tell even her matches, you don't hear. There's no crowd reaction,
they're finally using Xia Li right.
About freaking
finally using her right so far, and I want to see how they continue.
I'm not mistaken, wasn't Xia Li?
If they continue, I want to see if they continue to do it later on tonight on Raw. Watch our Raw stream; it'll be a lot of fun. Shameless plug there, but yeah, it's like.
You can see there's changes to Xia Li that
you can see there's changes in the whole division. You can see it on occasion.
I know it's going to take some time, but you can see slow progressions. And you got to
now they need to do now they need to,
you got the
now they need to do away with the 2-minute matches. Go back to 5 to like 10 minutes,
because like
at the very least. And then have them have bang or like look when Becky and freaking Trish Stratus lit it up in that cage match. That's what I wanted on a consistent basis.
I think that went over 5 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, too.
That went over 5 minutes, and it was a great ass match.
And then we saw.
Give me that more often.
Absolutely.
Give us that more often. Like
they got
like,
Zoe Starks up on there. Who
Zoe Stark is, dude. Zoe Stark, I like her. She's awesome.
I think her
she's
time's
been booked a
coming.
lot. Her time's coming. Her time is coming.
I think they're not. I think they're taking
Raquel needs a heel turn bad.
For sure.
The whole smiley, happy-go-lucky gimmick, it's not working for her. She's a powerhouse, but there's a mean-ass heel. That works for her.
Okay, so it would bring Raquel. Okay, so the way I look at it, I want to compare this to Rhea when she first came in. She was like, "Oh, Smiley's." I was like, "Yeah, this ain't it for me."
This ain't it. She's a powerhouse. She should not be happy, smiley, go lucky.
Cut her hair, her long blonde hair, becomes the badass that we saw. The black and gold brand.
When she cut her hair and preferably
it's not like super short.
She basically went goth.
And obviously, it really
worked. It completely worked for her. Completely.
Probably the most dominant NXT Women's Champion that was for NXT seen in quite a while.
Yeah.
And we all.
I'm putting you on my tablet, brother. I think it's changed up pretty well. Hold on, let me see. It's at 25. Shit. My phone's at 17. Whatever. But anyway, sorry for the interruption.
Moving on. I know we don't really talk about the NWA, but they are in a bit of trouble. So,
man, how stupid can Billy Corgan be?
So
how stupid can you be, man?
Do you want to talk about how stupid this is? So the NWA.
I know what happened. Just read the headline, man. I know what happened.
It was during the segment with Father James Mitchell. A lot of Impact fans know who I'm talking about with the a cocaine segment. That
you literally had Father James Mitchell snort cocaine on a freaking pay-per-view segment.
You know that was not gonna work.
Dude, Billy Corgan, you knew you had a TV deal set up for CW. You knew you had a TV deal and you fucked it up. You fucked it up.
That's for real. Besides the point, I think Father James Mitchell is probably the most. Side note, Father James Mitchell is probably the most underrated manager in professional wrestling history. Don't at me on that.
Dude, I loved when he managed Abyss at one time.
Boy, that was a perfect pairing.
Oh, perfection. It had parallels with Paul Bearer and Undertaker. It had that perfect, comparison. And he was that type of guy for Impact or TNA. Like, dude, he was great. But how stupid can you be, Billy Corgan? You knew for a fact. And here's the thing. They put pen on paper not even weeks before that segment. They were going to have a TV deal with CW. They had a TV deal. We were going to have wrestling on CW for the first time since SmackDown was there.
Yeah, and for those, I'm kind of dating myself. Trust me, we are dating ourselves back then because it was called.
That was when CW came in. What, 2007?
Yeah,
that was 2007, 2006, 2007. When they were on that, that's dating me. That's really dating us now. But that's the thing. We were going to have wrestling on CW for the first time since like 06, 07. We were going to have it. And Billy Corgan fucked it all up with that segment. Fucked it all up. I hated it. And I knew I didn't watch the event, but when I saw that happen, when I saw that report, I'm like, how stupid can you freaking be?
So it's so stupid to the point, and I'm going to read this too. For House of Wrestling also reported that there's a 90% chance both the reality TV series, which was supposed to be, which said in the report had been fully paid by Corgan, and Power is going to be available on the app. So pretty much, you screwed yourself from being on TV.
Dude, you're lucky you're still at CW, but you're not even going to be on their TV. You're not going to be on their TV station. You're going to be on their app. People have to download an app for that shit. They got to sign into their cable provider anyway. You would have been on, dude. So not only did you screw wrestling fans, you have to have them sign into your cable provider so you can watch it on the CW app. You could have had them do it anyway by being on TV.
And as we said this once before about the NWA, it's been the shell of its former self because look at the all-time greats that's come out of there. the late Harley Race, Ric Flair before all that shit went down with him. Um,
Well, he was still kind of a dick because he was drinking at that time and he was fucking like women left and right.
there's probably somebody else I'm missing. That was it. No, Jerry Law. No, I don't think Jerry Law did he come from him? No. Who am I?
Who?
Oh, Dusty Rhodes. That's who I'm thinking of.
Dusty
Holy
Rhodes,
crap!
the American,
Holy shit!
American Dream, baby. The American
some
Dream,
of the funniest commercials,
if you will.
Oh yeah, like kind of like the funny was a car wash commercial. I think he did, or what was it? Like a mechanic commercial.
It was a car wash. He was a mechanic, and then he was a diner owner. Giving people food, cooking food. He was a diner chef. He was a mechanic.
This is why
he was a car wash guy. He was living the American dream with the jobs, man. That was his thing.
It stinks, and I still for me,
and then the segments turned into him wearing polka dots and dancing.
I mean, he made that work. He made
it work, but what the fuck was that?
Until Seth, as much as I love Seth as how he is, he's like, you know what? That's twice he's actually trolled his opponents. Once with Roman Reigns pulling out the shield. Boy, that was
dude, me and you when he did that, when he did that, and they did the freaking close up of Roman going, you son of a bitch, with the facial expression. Me and you just died. I'm like, no fucking way he did that.
And then Cody comes back. What does Seth do? Oh, let's bust out the iconic.
So therefore, Seth as a heel did the dead father gimmick first before Christian did.
Pretty much, but at the same time, though, even though that was for me, I would say a banger Hell in a Cell match. Cody with a fucking torn pectoral. Oh god, that just
dude. We gave Cody his flowers for a week straight after that. I'm like, did all that with a torn pec, a legit injury. He legit tore it working out.
You cannot
earlier in the day
make that injury.
So that injury. Here's the thing: he did it early in the day, so that injury was still fresh, and he still wrestled the freaking match with a freshly torn pec.
Oh, that just.
I'm like, dude, I'm giving you your flowers for like a week straight. Like, dude.
But yeah, like we said, the NWA has been a shell of its former glory, as we would.
And here's the thing: they only got 1 to 2 bright spots. They got 2 bright spots. Camille and her husband. One of them. Camille and her husband. That's it.
Honestly, Camille needs to get out of there as best as she could.
Camille, please run away, please. I love you. I love your gimmick. You're a great wrestler.
Actually, you know what? That's going to bring up a hypothetical question.
Also, another thing too. Fun fact: you're from the Carolinas. I lived in the Carolinas, so you're basically you're basically a state relative at this point. Okay, so, you're basically a sister.
That brings me up a hypothetical question. So, if per se Camille and her husband do leave NWA, where do you think they will go?
I think. Well, her husband's Bram. I would think he would return to Impact. And I honestly think Camille will follow suit. I think she'll be
in that iteration of TNA. Oh boy, that's gonna be something. That's gonna be some banger.
I feel like she would fit well in that Knockouts division. That's already stacked. Imagine Camille, dude. Imagine Camille Brickhouse for Jordynne Grace.
Ridiculously stupid.
Dude. Hear me out for a second. Imagine Camille Brickhouse versus Jordynne Grace. Holy hell, that'd be a match.
Isn't or even though I know Mickey, that would be interesting to see Camille and Mickey James going at it 1-on-1. Shut up!
They already did in the NWA. They already did in the NWA, brother. They already did it, and I'll be right back. My phone's dying officially, so I was juicing up my tablet just for that. So I'll be right back, brother.
All right, man.
I'll be back for a quick word from your sponsors. Okay.
Have you thought about saving money on tickets, whether it's sporting events, concerts, wrestling events, etc.? Use my promo code PhillySports at checkout to save $20 off your order. That is PhillySports, Philly Sports, to save $20 off. If you're a Twitch streamer, late night gamer, or YouTuber, check out W Energy. It's the perfect pick-me-up for every occasion, so why not try it for yourself? Go to w.gg and use the promo code SportsWrestle10 at checkout to save 10% off your order. Golfers and sports enthusiasts, it's time to take your game to the next level with SeatGeek Golf. Shop at SeatGeekGolf.com and use promo code SportsWrestle15 to get 15% off your order and free shipping on orders over $100. If you're a top-tier high school or college athlete, a veteran in the men's league, coaches needing uniforms, or even an enthusiastic little leaguer needing bats, gloves, batting gloves, etc., we've got you covered. Right now, you can give your performance an extra boost by entering the promo code SportsWrestle10 at checkout so you can save 10% off your entire order. Are you looking to make a statement with your very own custom jersey? Go to fansidea.com and use the promo code SportsWrestle10 at checkout to save 10% off your entire order. Absolutely. So shout out to our sponsors from SeatGeek, Stinger Sports, SeatGeek Golf, WM Energy, and Fans Idea, being actual wonderful sponsors to the channel. For guys who want to go check that out, go check out the link. The link is to all of them are in the link tree down below. And also check out the merch store as well. Obviously, you guys want to support this show or even the main channel itself. Check out the merch shop is down below. While Tower comes back, obviously, we did break up with the hypothetical question because, like I said, with Bram and Camille kind of being the biggest bright spots with the NWA, at some point, I really do hope that both can actually leave that shell or that crapshoot of a company that is the NWA. I know that's the thing too, because me and Tyler, we don't really talk much on the NWA because that's kind of our, not say out of our area of talking points, because there's really not much to talk about with the NWA because it's hot trash. But it really is. While Tyler makes this on his way back on the show, while he's dealing with fixing with some technical issues, but while we're on the subject with some of these and sticking with the NWA for a little bit, it hasn't been what like I said, I don't kind of repeat myself here, not having been in the glory days, which are well in the past with guys with the late Harley Race, late Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair. There's probably Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I'm pretty sure came from the NWA, but there's going to be a lot of some of these older stars, these wrestlers that obviously came to WWE that people remember from the NWA. And the NWA has really shown to be on the more, I would say, more so less side of being really been mismanaged by Billy Corgan, who early on when he owned the NWA made some obviously controversial comments about women or something like that, women's wrestling. I don't exactly sure, but it really got most of the people with comments as most of the IWC in a rile because, let's be real, it was comments that a lot of us fans didn't really like per se, but at the same time, I just believe, it just was not a good look for the NWA. And now what happened with them with the TV, now screwing up the TV deal, it's you done fucked up. Basically, is how I would put that. So while we're moving on, going back to what I said about NXT, I know me and Tyler, we've been very harsh critics of NXT, but I think at the same time, it was just freaking ugly. And the fact that you had Father James Mitchell do a cocaine spot, which sometimes I wonder what's going in the head of Billy Corgan at times or what he's thinking. Because right now, that was just a disaster waiting to happen. But I got our co-host back. There we are.
And I'm back. All right. Sorry for the wait, guys. My phone was dying and I had to use the tablet. So I should have used the tablet regardless, but I was trying to juice that up and not juice that at the same time. But anyway, so where were we, man? Where were we?
We're moving on to the IC title. IC champ Gunther. The reason why he was not booked, travel ban issues.
I think he's not going to be booked. He's not going to be booked for the next 6 months. That's the problem. I think they have to find a way to vacate the title off of Gunther, unfortunately.
No question.
Because if he can't get the ban lifted or the new travel visa thing handled, then that's going to be on. That's a really hefty time without the title. 6 months. So they're going to have to vacate it from him at this point. I don't know, man. I don't know.
It remains to be seen.
It remains to be seen what they're going to do. This is why Monday Night Raw is going to be the spot where we'll see what's going to happen here. We're going to see if Gunther has to vacate the title, if he's keeping it. But yeah, I just don't know at this point. I don't know what they're going to be doing because of this the 6 month travel ban. I don't know what they're going to do. So we'll have to wait and see, folks.
So actually, I brought this up as well. So the reason by an Austrian news outlet, Krone, speaking with German tour, he is supposedly forbidden from leaving and competing outside the USA for the next 6 months due to strict residency regulations.
So he won't be stripped of the title. He's not going to be stripped of the title. They just won't put him in storylines leading up to Elimination Chamber because they're going over to Perth in Australia. They're going to Australia for Elimination Chamber this year.
Yep.
That's the problem, He's not allowed to go anywhere else. Which begs the question, why in the world would you be in the lead knowing that fact that you can't go to certain countries? This is the World Wrestling Entertainment. This isn't just the National Wrestling Entertainment. So for a fact that you have a travel ban. And you still are in WWE.
That doesn't make sense.
It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. It's the premier company. Everyone wants to go there, but you gotta travel around the world with WWE. They always go around the world. They go to Japan. They go to Germany. They go to the Middle East. They go to Australia. They went to the UK a bunch of times. But then again, this is a new travel ban because he was able to go to other countries. Because remember, he did Clash.
Yep.
He did Clash. Now, what did he do to earn that ban? I don't know, but it's a 6 month travel ban, so we can't travel for 6 months. So no Elimination Chamber, none. Elimination Chamber is off the books for him. So they're gonna have to fit another match in. They're probably going to book him for Elimination Chamber. I would honestly say make one of the chamber matches for the IC title.
Because I think he should be available for the next pay, which I think is Survivor Series.
He's fine for Survivor Series. He's fine because Survivor Series is in the States. No, but that's the thing. He's fine for Survivor Series, but he's not fine for Elimination Chamber. So I would make one of the Elimination Chambers, not for the world title, but for the IC title, or make a match between two competitors for number one contendership.
That's what I'm saying.
Like just make something that would give more incentive for the title. Give something for Gunther the next time. The next pay-per-view. Get that booked and squared away for Survivor Series. If you can't do that, then I don't know. Like, give us something.
I'll be back.
That can lead us up for. Okay. But give us something that could lead us to Survivor Series this year. 4 games. Just do that. So, yeah. But I'm going to wait until Rob comes back so we can talk about more topics. But I'm going to read some of your comments while he is gone. No new comments. Okay, cool. What up, Lady Sky? Shout out Lady Sky. Shout out NFL Boy Brandon. Shout out Daniel Barry. Thank you all for stopping by and loving our streams. Also, before Rob gets back, we have a merch store. It should be in the link tree in our bio, not bio, but in our description. A link tree is down here somewhere. All proceeds to the merch goes to charity. So check us out there. Our sponsors that were advertised early in the show are down here too. Check that out. Use our promo codes and get your stuff, your baseball gloves, all that good stuff. Order your tickets to a show, whether it's a concert or a wrestling show or a sports game or whatever. Just use our promo codes for that stuff. But yeah, before I was really interrupted by my phone battery life. I'm gonna go back to the Camille Brickhouse thing. That would be money to see a Camille Brickhouse and Jordan Grace match. I really do think that. That would be a really good match for her, and the Impact run would be great. I think it would be great if she went there. Now the Reed, that's a bit of a possibility too. I think she would kill it there too, but I see more Impact as that realistic for her. So that being said, Camille, please get out of there while you still can, because NWA has become a flaming dumpster fire pretty damn fast. Now, coming up later in the show, I will be tested. I will be tested again, guys, for the entrance music. We'll guess that entrance music for this week. So be on the lookout for that. So yeah, I got nothing else to say, so I'm stalling for time here until my buddy gets back. But yeah, check our future shows out. We have Monday Night Raw in the next hour, so check us out with that. Tuesday we have NXT. Check us out there. 8 o'clock Eastern time. That's 8 o'clock Eastern time. So if you're in a different time zone, whatever time it is at 8 o'clock Eastern time, that's when you should tune in. I think it's like a 4-hour time difference. So I think it's like 4 o'clock Pacific time, 7 o'clock Central, but it's 8 o'clock Eastern time. So be on the lookout for that. Wednesday, that's up in the air right now, in my opinion, because we haven't been into Dynamite, like we have said earlier in the show. So that's up in the air right now. Thursday, I don't know if actually Monday, we're tonight at 9 o'clock. I forgot, we're not doing Raw. We're doing a basketball game. The Nuggets game later on tonight. We'll be doing that. The Nuggets game, Denver Nuggets game later on tonight. And then Tuesday but I was going through I was stalling like a motherfucker. But yeah, Wednesday we're up in the air with that. Thursday we got nothing. Friday, SmackDown.
Honestly, I'm kind of interested doing Raw.
Oh, well then, okay, change of plans. We're not doing the Denver Nuggets game. We're doing Monday Night Raw. I was right the first time. This is why you should never second guess yourself. But yeah, we're doing Raw tonight because we're intrigued now. We're intrigued now to see what goes on with all this stuff. But the Gunther thing, I think he's safe for now, but they're not going to book him for like the next 6 months because of not being able to be in Perth.
We got two more topics before
we. They'll book him, but they're going to book him heavily to promote Survivor Series. They'll book him for Survivor Series.
Survivor Series War Games.
Yep. They're bringing back War Games for the second year in a
No,
row. It's
no,
Survivor Series. Freaking God, man.
Thinking what WWE.
Thinking what WWE.
I wrote down
I
my
wrote
notes.
down in my notes.
Is WWE
Is
treating
WWE treating LA Knight the next Stone Cold?
That's his trajectory. That is his trajectory. And I've been saying this for months. They're booking him like the next Stone Cold, in a sense. In the beginning, his booking was kind of not wish-washy in a sense, but like, I guess like, yeah, the Brett feud, fine, great feud. You know, he won the Royal Rumble. He didn't win the title. LA Knight, he won his opportunity to go to Saudi to face Roman. He didn't win the title. Stone Cold ended up winning a mid-card title. The IC title. I think I would see him facing Logan Paul and winning for the US title. I think that's what the plan is probably going to be, because they now have a heel holding the US title.
Even though
it was a little bit too soon.
Yeah, here's the thing. Now people are like, oh, remember the whole thing with the YouTube and all that other bullshit he did? I'm like, that was the past, man. You know, people can grow from that shit, and I think he grew from it. I really think he did. He's also shown respect for the business. He actually put in the time and the effort to train, and he actually has a somewhat decent time wrestling. Because in years past, celebrities came in, they just phoned it in. David Arquette phoned it in. WCW. Floyd Mayweather phoned it in. Snooki, for some fucking reason, phoned it in. Who else phoned it in? Shit. Stephen Amell, he actually trained too. So I'm not going to count him. He's one of the ones that I can respect. Damn, who else phoned it in for WWE? Oh yeah. Freaking Britney Spears' ex phoned it in against Cena. That should have never happened in 06. Should never happen.
It was terrible.
Bro was so bad. Oh my god. He couldn't even hit an elbow drop right. I'm like, oh jeez.
I just look back at it and just
laugh at it.
I look back at it and I'm just face palming the entire time. I'm like, dude, this guy was so bad. But yeah, he phoned it in. For some reason, the Jackass guys came in and phoned it in. And Steve-O, for some reason, forgot to sell for Umaga and pissed off Umaga, of all people.
Oh yeah.
How did that happen? But guys like Pat. But there's a reason why I respect guys like Pat McAfee coming in and wrestling. People like Stephen Amell coming in and wrestling. People like who else? Bad Bunny coming in and wrestling. Who else am I thinking of?
It's a very limited number.
Very limited amount of people who are outside celebrities came in and didn't phone it in like most of the celebrities did. For some reason, freaking Lawrence Taylor didn't phone it in. He was actually one of the good ones.
Oh yeah.
He didn't even phone it in, so I respect him too. Second football player in the NFL who came in WWE and didn't phone it in. Phenomenal job.
Yep. Yeah, there's a
limited number of celebrities.
Limited number of celebrities that came in and didn't phone it in. That's the thing. But I love those celebrities, man. You know, I have a respect for them. And I never thought, and I told Rob before, I'm like, I never thought I would like Logan Paul. But after I seen him wrestle in WWE for X amount of times, I'm like, I can respect the guy for that. Like, he comes in, he put in the work and training. He put in the work.
Oh, I agree.
And he's actually a competent wrestler. Yeah, does he make a few mistakes and he botched a few times? Yes, but every wrestler does. And I can respect him too for what he did with Rey Mysterio. Yeah, he botched a little bit. He didn't step forward like a little bit closer. He could have been 2 steps closer in that spot, but he saved Rey Mysterio's ass there.
Oh
Saved
yeah,
him.
for
Oh
sure.
yeah, for
Because
sure.
he could have broken his neck and ended his career, but he caught him. Like, no, you're about to break your neck. I'm gonna save you. Fall on me. I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna fall back while I'm holding you, so you don't bust your neck. You know, like
And
I
not
can
make
And not make a
respect
little
us
wrestling fans nitpick at it.
like. But here's the thing: everybody's on like 2 different sides of the thing. Like, oh, it's Logan Paul's fault. No, it's Ray's fault. No. Now, I think it's kind of both their faults. Like, yeah,
Logan should have been.
Logan should have been a little
Logan
bit
should have been
closer.
closer, and Ray shouldn't have like rushed the spot because he immediately went for the ropes. Logan didn't have enough time to get closer, so I feel it's both their faults in a sense. But
then again,
it's
I
not-
love Ray. Logan, you have a for some reason new fan of me. For some odd reason, I still don't like you boxing, but you know, you as a wrestler, I can respect you for it.
no, yeah.
Welcome to
Oh, yeah.
WWE. Honestly, if you can make me buy into you as champ, phenomenal. But honestly, I do think it is a bit too soon for him. He's only 3 months in. I would have waited maybe
I
6,
think
7 months.
I just wait to give him 6 months.
I would have waited 6, 7 months to a year before I give him a any kind of title. Like that's how I would have booked it. You know, 6, 7 months. Okay, you're getting like. Here's the thing: he still needs a little bit of work with the wrestling, like the psychology of it. Like he should have been 2 steps closer again, but there's been a few times where he botched sunset flips, or not sunset flips, like that one spot with Ricochet. He botched that a little bit. Like if he can work out the little kinks here and there.
Can't see why
Once
not.
he-
Even long term.
Once he gets those figured out, which I know he will, because he did fix some stuff. He does know how to fix stuff. With the wrestling.
He does.
He does.
He's done it before. That's why he was given a second chance against Ricochet. But that's the thing. You know, if I would have waited until he got a bit better, had things ironed out before I gave him a title.
Yeah.
I get it's to draw new fans, you know, fans of Logan.
And
YouTube
WWE
stuff. Like, it'll garner more attention. Yes, it will. It'll garner more attention. I get that. I know it's a business move, but I think it's just still way too soon.
Yeah.
I don't mind him.
I
I don't mind him being a champion eventually, but not now. Not right
Then
now.
again, we
Then again, we've seen worse
in a
in a short amount of time span.
Dude,
But besides
we
that-
saw we saw a guy who couldn't wrestle a goddamn lick become the WWE champion for a full year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Jinder Mahal.
Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, or in other the nickname form, we're not even going to mention it.
But
Don't even say it, Rob. I know. The other whoever made that up. Funny as all, but yeah, Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal. I called him Ginger Mahal just now, but Jinder Mahal was your WWE champion for like a year. He couldn't even wrestle a damn lick. He couldn't even cut a promo. He was basically the male version of Dana Brooke.
so moving
So
on to our last final thing, we're going straight to New Japan. So start
Tetsuya Naito is reportedly to for his surgery this week.
Naito, I love you, bro, but you're becoming injury prone, man. Way too injury prone.
So he announced
a
news to
Tokyo Sports that he will be going
his third
eye surgery tomorrow.
Since 2019,
Naito has been dealing with
a superior muscle paralysis. Basically, in other words, he's going to have double vision.
So he's basically like blind and not blind.
Something like that,
yeah.
Oh, damn. Yeah, you have a blind spot, my boy. Not a blind spot. But yeah, I don't. Tetsuya, I'm sorry for calling you injury prone. That's something unavoidable. So you're not injury prone. I take it back. But yeah, man, I hope you heal up. I hope you get that squared away. I love Naito. Naito's great. Also, speaking of New Japan, Sonata is now your longest reigning company world champion. I could not be happier for the guy. He deserves it. He absolutely deserves.
Absolutely.
That. I mean, I've seen his matches. He's a fighting champion. He's not a weak champion. Roman Reigns. Your 1,000 days mean nothing to me, because of that. And it's not your fault, but it's just your booking. But I love what they're doing with Sonata. I really do, because Sonata deserves it. He really does. But now it's time for me to be stumped, or not. Hopefully not.
So,
but let's hit it.
So obviously, actually, let me do something.
You know how this works, you guys. He's reading lyrics. He's gonna read the lyrics of 2 wrestling themes. 2.
Mm-hmm.
It can be from WWE. It can be from Impact. It can be from anywhere. 2.
And Damien, to answer your question, that's probably on Tyler's side because for some reason, what he does is tablet.
Why the hell am I always freaking echoing when I'm using the tablet?
Yeah, well, actually, let me fix the overlay a little bit. But while Tyler gets that all sorted out, it's like what Tyler was saying.
That's literally irritating me.
That's really weird.
That's irritating me. Every single time I use this tablet, it's echoing.
I always just make you back and forth.
Wait, it's literally still happening.
A little bit. Well, my end.
Anyways.
So yeah, so obviously we're gonna have guess the wrestler's theme song. Obviously, we try in this segment. Obviously, you saw the last couple of episodes. We don't try to make it. We don't try to make it too easy on ourselves. Oh, shit.
Is it fixed?
Shit.
Is it fixed?
It's fixed on
your end.
Let me refresh.
Yeah, you refresh, guys. I'm sorry. This is. It always happens when I use the tablet. I swear to you, it always happens when I use this tablet. It's why I've been predominantly using the phone, because it doesn't echo as much, and we don't have interruptions like that where it's like echoey. But thanks, Damien, for pointing it out. But it always happens, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Thank you, Damien, for pointing it out, though. I appreciate it. But anyway, again, 2 themes from wrestling. I have to guess both correctly.
Mm-hmm.
I have to guess both correctly.
I'm going to meet you.
I mean, then again, you either can get both or one of each, or just one out of the 2.
The last episode we did.
He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna throw it down." I'm like, "Whoa! Pump the brakes. You got it right."
But yeah. So Tara, I'm going to meet you. I don't know what's going on. And I'll just. So obviously the first theme in particular tonight, we're going to go with, So it goes, my eyes have never seen someone who looks at you, and I can only dream of my hand loving you, and God knows I do. Every day and night, I will lose control, breathing light.
Randy Orton? Why did that sound like a Randy Orton? Why did it sound like Burning My Light for a minute?
Need some time or or you give up?
Sexual Chocolate.
Not even close.
Who the fuck? And the first time it's like he's hitting on a girl, and then, oh my god. I give up.
It's Ashley's.
Bro, one of my favorite wrestlers from back in the day, and I freaking got stumped on that. Fuck! Damn it! Alright, second theme. You still there?
Yeah, sorry, Mom. My mom's calling me.
Oh, dude.
And by the way,
And
too,
by the way, too,
that was from
WWE
the music volume.
Volume 8.
Fuck. Actually, Massaro. I think you get that right. One of my favorite wrestlers from back in the day.
Let me
find.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
Here's another one.
Here's another one.
0 for 1.
Oh, for one.
Motherfucker, what previous plan you got now?
Okay.
Okay.
Hit me.
So, so it said, "Go. I'm gonna rock. I'm gonna rock. Gonna roll. Go toe to toe. Drop it like it's hot. I'm out of control. Yeah. Step a little close to my fire. Troubles my drug. Takes me higher and higher. Turn up the music. Light up the crowd. Turn up the gas. Because it can't be too loud. You know it's religion, and I'll show you the way. Drop to your knees. Enjoy when I say."
What the fuck? I don't know.
No guesses?
No guesses?
God. Read that whole thing again because you read that like way too quick. And a lot.
It says, "I'm gonna rock, gonna roll, gonna go toe to toe, drop it like it's hot. Now I'm out of control. Yeah, step a little closer, close to my fire. Troubles my drug. It takes me higher and higher. Turn up the music, light up the crowd, turn up the gas, because it can't be too loud. You know it's religion, and I'll show you the way. Drop to your knees and join when I say."
Say.
Is it a rap? It sounds like a rap.
No.
No.
Shit. It's got to be a heel. It has to be a heel. It sounds like a heel theme. Shit. Okay. Sounds like something Carmella would have.
You talk about Carmella
You
Hayes?
Carmella Hayes?
No, Carmella.
Is that your guess,
Is
Carmella?
that your guess, Carmella?
That's what I think. I knew it was wrong. I knew it was wrong. It was just a Hail Mary. I knew it was going to miss.
Give up?
Give up?
What era was this? Can I get hints? What era?
So
It was mid
it was mid-2000s.
2000s. Fuck.
It was.
What?
It was...
Okay,
Male or
so
female?
it's a male.
It's a male.
It's a male. Fuck, I was in female territory and I wasn't even in the right era.
Wait.
Wait.
Shit. I don't know.
Give up?
Give up?
I give up.
It's Mr. Kennedy.
It's Mr. Kennedy.
Oh shit, I hear it now. Fuck. It gets real loud. Oh no. Yeah, that's dude. I reckon that, dude. That theme sounded so familiar. I'm like, whose theme is that? I know the theme, but fuck, it's Mr. Kennedy. Shit. Dude, I couldn't even get that. It's around the same era of when Ashley Massaro was on SmackDown. I couldn't get either right. Fuck. That was the era I grew up watching. The 2000s era.
By the way, that's
twice I've stumped.
Dude, 0 for 2! 0 for 2!
And so far,
when we did
0 for 4.
0 for 4.
0 for 4. 0 for 4. I got one thing right.
For me,
I'm
I'm 1 for 3.
Oh, wait, 1 for... No, wait, did I get one right? Or am I just... No, did I get one right? I swear I got one right.
I don't think you did.
No,
No.
you didn't know Psycho 6.
I didn't know Psycho Sid. Oh yeah, we just started it. That was the first thing I got stumped twice. So I didn't get Psycho Sid. I didn't get freaking Christy Hemme.
And
For some damn reason, I get Mr. Kennedy. And when I heard "Gets Real Loud," I'm like, all right, this is familiar. I know that line. I'm like, the roar of the crowd, it gets real loud or some shit like that. I'm like, oh shit. Who is that? I recognize the thing. And then
And then you told me it was Mr. Kennedy. I'm like, son of a bitch. It is. Like, I heard it. Here's the thing. After you said Mr. Kennedy, the theme is in my head. It is in my head.
Yep.
Oh my god, man. Ashley Massaro, I haven't even heard her theme like fully where it's like I don't care. Like the theme, I don't remember her theme, but I remember her. Mr. Kennedy, I should have got that shit. His theme song was a banger too. Shit. Okay. Okay. Work next time. Shit.
Wait, for those who have the album from 2008, you should know that.
I should have known that. And I never even had the album. Damn it. That was my era. That literally, guys, I'm in pain right now. That was my era of wrestling, and I couldn't even get none of them right. Shit.
Like you got three of them were in your era.
Three of them. Three.
You couldn't get
Ashley Massaro and Mr. Kennedy. 0 for 3 on all of them shit. Fuck.
And I had the little flashback too in the first one. And that was Psycho Sid.
And then here's the thing. Here's the thing about Christy Hemi's theme. I forgot her theme, and then I played the theme like later that night. It was like 3 in the morning. I'm playing the theme, and I texted her. I was like, "Son of a bitch, I know her theme." Fuck. 3 in the morning. 3 in the morning. I'm texting this shit because I randomly looked up the theme on YouTube. And I listened to it. I'm like, I know the music. Son of a bitch.
Okay.
Because she used to do that like stupid ass strut down the ring. A little skip strut, whatever she was doing.
Oh yeah.
Like down in the ring and shit. I'm like, all right. I know the theme. Ashley Massaro's, I didn't hear her themes enough.
Her themes.
She was more so a manager for majority of that time. So I was like, I haven't heard her theme enough, even as a kid. But Mr. Kennedy, I should have gotten. Damn it. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you next time. I'm gonna get you. I will get you.
Our next, and also double duty again.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm not even gonna wait till next week. I'm getting you on Thursday.
Okay.
I'm getting you on Thursday. You done made. I should not be 0 for 3 in my era. Now I can forgive myself for Psycho Sid. I wasn't alive when he was around. I can forgive myself for Psycho Sid. I can forgive. I didn't even know that dude that one. I didn't even know that thing even had lyrics.
Neither did I.
When I looked it up.
Because I know we had the whole Psycho music at the beginning. I know we had that. I didn't even know the theme had any freaking lyrics.
But
technically
you're 0 for 3.
Technically, for 0 for 3, the Psycho Sid thing doesn't count.
Yeah.
Because
it was kind of hard.
It was kind of hard to find
an obscure.
Chorus.
I had to get.
How did I not get Mr. Kennedy though? The fuck?
I mean, what was?
He was loud.
Fuck.
Hey, trust me. You
still be able to figure out that thing in years.
Dude, I picked the middle of the song where nobody knew it because the song always gets cut off before the middle of the song. They go to the chorus and then they end it when he's in the ring by the time the chorus ends. So it's like the middle of the song, you don't really hear it.
For me, that's what I picked. I picked Mr.
Kennedy's theme.
Fucking. But here's the thing. You played a part of the song that still gets played when he's walking down the ring. And I still couldn't get it. Shit! I hate dude, my brain, every time, it fogs up my brain. I don't know why. Lyrics just fog up my brain. I should not be 0-3. I should be at least 1-2. I should not be 0-3 right now. But Mr. Kennedy's theme stumped me. For some reason. Mr. Kennedy.
Yep.
Me and Ken Kennedy have beef now because of you, Rob. And it's not Kennedy's fault.
I think people
are
should know that theme song is
Mr. Kennedy's.
Dude. I'm pissed. I've literally been pissed for the last 30 minutes because of this shit. Or the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But
Mr. Kennedy, it was literally right there in the palm of my hands, and I whiffed at it.
Remember, I whipped Randy Orton and went back in 04.
But here's the thing, I gave you a line. Again, I gave you a line that you barely ever heard when he was walking down the ring. You gave me a line that you still hear when he's walking down the ring.
And he still does.
It was literally a fastball down the middle, and I whipped at that bitch.
But that's going to conclude
X-Rolling's podcast number 58.
If you guys new,
make sure you hit the like button.
Hit that subscribe button.
Make sure you hit the notification bell.
I'm gonna get you.
And that being
said,
I'm gonna get you.
You know, it's been fun.
And we'll see you guys Thursday night.
Peace. I'm gonna get you.